All right, guys, welcome back to the Last City Radio episode number 84. This is the new revamp of 84. Um, you know, I haven't been back since probably, I would probably say around the time when I had the wonderful Lumina on. So we finally back. We're kicking it back off. We haven't had a Destiny show in a minute, so I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be doing this, guys. And also, as you guys know, I know you've been waiting a long time. I know a lot of things is going on as of late, especially with the podcast, everything like that. You wanted to try to take a little vacation, revamp, get things together, and get the motors kicking up once again. So, that being said, I appreciate you guys as always. It's always a pleasure to have you guys a part of this and doing what you do best. I appreciate all of you guys. So, that being said, if you guys are happen to not be able to watch the live, it's okay because I always post the audio on Spotify and all of your wonderful apps or music apps that you guys like to listen to on the go and whatever that you guys like to do. So that being said, like I said, appreciate y'all, and we are back. So that being said, I definitely want to introduce our new co-host. You've seen him around before, he was on one of our shows before. The guy is also a wonderful Destiny podcaster and content creator himself. He's always been doing a lot. He may be he's one of those young guardians in the game, making it happen, doing a lot of wonderful things in the community. And I'm just definitely glad to have him on and introduce the co-host and host of the All Things Gaming Destiny podcast and Arkstorm YouTube channel, Mr. Arkstorm. How you doing, sir? I don't know if you can. I think you're on mute. I think you're mute. Yeah, you probably muted, my main man. Let me see here. Let me see. Can you hear my main man? I can't hear you. I think you probably got it on mute.
Hello?
Let's see you. Okay, now you're unmuted.
And my mic. I was like,
I still can't hear you. Oh, now I can hear you.
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. It's unreal to be back.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, it's definitely glad to have you back on the show. There's been a lot going on in the Destiny streets. Of course, we finally are in Season of the Deep. I never got a chance to cover the recap and everything like that, so we're gonna definitely do that.
I've been playing a little bit.
So
here and
I
there,
definitely want to ask you, what you've been
night.
playing, what's been going on with you?
Really hectic here. Actually been working on my podcast. Haven't really played much this season. Was playing a little earlier prior to the episode. It's just been, I'm like you, I've been doing a lot of stuff, and school has been killing me a little bit. So.
Oh yeah, man. I can definitely understand that for sure. It's been a lot. A lot of things going on, a lot of different things that all of us have been doing, especially with the podcast and trying to, see where I wanted to take it and what I want to do different. So it's definitely been a challenge for sure. Just trying to get back because sometimes when you step away from it from a long time, you just be like, man, do I really want to get back into the game? You start to have those things, those little voices talking in your head. It's like, I really want to get back into it, or is it really worth it? So sometimes you have those lows, and then you're like, okay, I can't give up on what I've established. I've come too far. I've done a lot of really great things, and it's just like I don't want to do that. I want to get back on the high horse. And what's funny is I always look back at the shows I've done, the different things I've accomplished, and it's like I can't give up now. I've been doing so much. You know, I've done a lot of really great shows. I've had a lot of great people on. I've done so many different things like that, and it's like I can't afford to give up now. I gotta keep going. I need to see where this takes me.
Yeah.
So I definitely been battling with the old mind. Trying to get back on a
Just
high
trying to
horse
figure
again.
out if I want to,
What
especially with
about
what's
you?
going on with Twitch, as I mentioned prior to the show, just trying to figure out what I want to do. Been having some trouble booking some guests wise, so I'm definitely thinking about doing like a weekly thing where we cover the TWAB and some of the changes weekly with one of my co-hosts, but I haven't officially done it. I know we're doing an episode tomorrow to kind of ease.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man, absolutely. Listen, it's the same. It's the same type of deal, man. It's just trying to get back in it. Like I said, even with me, one of my main big struggles was okay. I need to get my co-host back in here. I need to get a
Yeah.
co-host. I need to get back in my grind. Because I was away. I was out. At account for a while, and just like okay, I need to get back to it. I'm slacking behind. So just trying to pick up the pace, and say, okay, let me get back into the game. And then of course, like you were saying, seeing what was going on with Twitch and things, it was very disheartening to see because it's like, oh man, now it's like even if we want to, and let me get this straight, like even for me, you know, I never really thought about the money aspect of things. Really, I just want to be able to deliver great content and be able to, have fun doing it. And if I'm making money on the side, hey, I'm down for that too. But it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, I want to be able to inspire other people. I want to be able to move the goalposts, and I feel like Twitch is starting to kind of crumble in that aspect. You know what I mean? It's not where you want it to be. As far as the way they have changed things from the platform, they've changed so much things on the platform. You know, so it's just like, okay, where do I go? Do I rebrand? Do I start all over? Should I go to Kick or things like that? There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who's just been thinking about the whole nine, like, oh, where should I go? Should I start over? Or just quit while I'm ahead? It's a lot of things to always think about.
Yeah,
But one thing I know
that's
for
this
sure,
kind of what
I'm not trying
has
to. I'm not trying to quit
to
doing
think
what I do
about.
best and
And that's where I'm at. You mentioned
having
it's not about the money to me.
the
It's
type of
about
positive
trying to make the best
outlook
content,
that
and
people
that's where
love.
I've
People
been
love to come to my
struggling. I've
show.
been
They love
seeing
my
kind
show.
of how I want to go
They love
forward to
just
deliver it.
conversation. If I
And
can keep that,
seeing
I
Twitch
feel
and a
like I'm
couple
doing
things
good.
is that they're making kind of impossible for these brand new up and coming content creators on the platform to get views. Their ad stuff was kind of a hit. The ads. And now them adding the policies they did, it kind of like, so the
Mm-hmm.
sponsorships and all of that is affecting you. It's like, what happens if someone's doing this for free for like on their side time and they make a little bit of money? They're making it so much harder, and it's kind of disappointing me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. it is very disappointing, where it's like I can't even if I wanted to make some money, it's gonna be hard now. You know, all these stipulations, all the things that they put in place.
Exactly.
When they had cut the amount that people would receive. That went down. It's just a lot of things that has hindered a lot of people's chances at saying, "Oh, well, what if I do get partner? Well, what if I? Is it going to be worth it, or am I going to be struggling?" And it's a tough battle. It really is. And people want to be able to come to people's spaces and be like, "Hey, I like this guy. This person delivers content. They're killing it out here." And you're working hard, because I remember Maze was saying something about say, we work hard to do what we do, and to have this kind of happen. It's like, yo, I'm gonna have to make some changes, because I'm doing all
And
this, and
that's
I made all this content. I've done the most, and now I can't even at least get paid for the hard work I put in, which I
I
agree.
agree with you. I'm just
We should all
it
be able to at
sucks.
least make something doing what we
And
do
I don't
best.
know how else to
We
put
we
it.
love to deliver the content. That's what we do.
And
We thrive on that.
yeah.
But what you think about that whole thing? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's terrible. So that's always been my take when it comes to that. It's just like, what us content creators, where we go next? You know, we're always thinking about the next big thing. What we could do now? How can we, turn the tide of certain things? It's always a tough ride, but I always tell people, especially the content creator game, if you're coming to the space, try to see what you can accomplish. See, how far you can push the needle for your content. You know, I would say, hey, listen, even if I only get one person watching my stuff, that's better than nothing. At least that person can be inspired about by what I do and what I put out, and that's what I'm all about. Can you say, you know what, man, you're the most underrated podcast on the internet? Oh man, I learned so much from you. You've done so many great things. You're always inspiring. You always motivate me every day when I wake up. It's things like that that I really like. I love to hear about. And I think that's something that most people would love to hear, that don't get a chance to hear that when they're streaming, when they're trying to, make it. And it's really good things to have that motivation. I think that's something that we all need, for sure. So
Exactly.
that's definitely something that I always think about. What kind of content you're putting out? How are you helping yourself? How you motivate yourself to move forward? What are we doing to get to that place? And that's what's important. But yeah. So I know a lot of people there's been a lot of people that was wondering, hey, what happened? Oh, the last city radio, a lot of things was going on. I definitely get it. There's a lot of things that was going on, especially with my other co-hosts. Um, that kind of tried to tank everything because of what happened with a guest that I was supposed to have on. You already know it was Kai's Drone Podcast, which will do a great collab that day, and it all went south because it was behind the scenes conversation between my co-host and the guest. It went south, and it was just a big mess on Twitter. So uh, I know a lot of people was like, "What the hell happened?" Well, that's pretty much the gist of it. Um, but the post that they made was mainly just going at my co-host at the time. So even though I was tagged in it, it just wasn't. It wasn't directly on me, if that makes sense. So I say I got ahead of it, try to do some damage control, just to protect the podcast and everything like that. Just said, hey, listen, we don't support this type of things. If you guys are always thinking that, oh, we are homophobic or anything like that, that's not what the podcast promotes. We've never been that type of people. We've never done those type of things or said things like that. The thing about us, we're always keeping it real. That's what we do. We keep it real. We talk about it. If you are a bozo, we're gonna call you out. If you are a good person, we're gonna praise you. That's just how we do here. We don't. Everybody's welcome on my podcast. I've had people on who is from the LGBT community on my podcast. I'm never ashamed of that. I don't fear people like that. I always stay in my lane. I do my own thing. I don't worry about what other people is doing. If the only thing is, if I can motivate you to get up and be the best person every day and work on yourself, hey, I've won because you learned something from me. I've done my job. That's all I do. Anything
Just that,
else? Any other
I
nonsense?
don't support that
Uh,
either.
I don't care for
I've seen
it. So that's
too
always
many
that's
people
always been
that
me.
I used to know
But I definitely
that
wanted to take the time to
act
clear the
that.
air on that one, and I'm
It's
putting
part
that
of
one
our
to bed so we
society.
can move forward.
We cannot live
So,
like how we lived
Art,
back in the day.
any thoughts on
Everyone
that?
should be treated equal no matter what. And I'm fully in agreement with you. If someone does something wrong, people need to be held for their accountable for their actions, but no one gets that. Everyone is just quick to assume that everything that someone says is the truth. Like people, I've seen this many of times where people just believe one side. And it's like you got to take both perspectives.
Mm-hmm.
And some people can say stuff, but you need the evidence to back it up. And that's where I'm running into. I have so many people that I've run across that became these toxic people.
Exactly.
And when I call them out on it and I made a couple podcasts on a couple of them, and it just because
Mm-hmm.
it's it's not right to be treated this way, people to be treated this way, because either sexuality, disability, it does not matter. There are stuff like let's take disability for example. People can't control some of that stuff, and I'm a prime example. I have autism, and it's very hard to control it sometimes. I don't talk about this a lot because it's
Mm-hmm.
not what I want to talk about. Because every time I bring it up, people just act mean,
Nope.
and it's like, are you kidding me? It's not something I can control.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to, and I've been dealing with it since I was 3 years old. I've been dealing with it for the last 16 years, and it's very hard. And to see people just like just automatically just
Exactly.
trash people about it, it just it makes me upset about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then my thing is this: like I was saying, at the end of the day, for me, listen, I don't. Of course, I don't condone it. I don't do anything like that. That's just not me. Like I said again, if you're a terrible person, I'm gonna call you out. And the thing is, you always want to. People tend to believe what they see instead of believing what they can't see. And I think that's one of the and when they just believe what they see and take it as face value. That's something that you should never do because you need to get the whole truth. You need to know what's going on before you even pass a judgment or think about something like that. We live in a world where everybody thinks different ways. That's what makes us unique as human beings. Everybody got different cultures. Everybody think a different way. Everybody's never always gonna agree with you. That's just life. You know, People are gonna say what they're gonna say. You can't allow that to affect you in any way. I think a lot of people take what somebody say, and that will make you sensitive to the point where it's like, oh, I'm upset with what they saying. I said, don't do that. If they're affecting
I
you
should
with
not
them
allow
saying something,
that to affect
then
me.
that
Like, you have a
means
good point,
you're gonna have
but
to
sometimes
you're
it's
gonna have to
just like
check out what's going on
everyone.
with
I
you.
bet
You know what I'm
everyone
saying?
that can't
Because
control
at
stuff
the
and
end
to
of the day,
see this,
you're allowing somebody
it
to affect you
sucks because you're a part of
by
that group,
words that they're saying.
and it's really hard to see people that you don't know but going through the same stuff that you went through. It just, yeah.
Hmm. It's terrible, and that's what I said. Nothing's gonna break me. And that I've always been that type of person. People try to kick me down, I'm always gonna get back up even better. And that's what I'm about. I'm always going to I'm always gonna rise above the hate. I'm gonna rise above anything that anybody tries to inflict on me because of something that somebody else said. It's not, but we're not going down like that. People who's rocked with me before, they already know what I'm about. They know what I do. They know what I'm about, and they ride with me. They stick with me because of that. And I think that, and I'm glad to have those type of people around because at the end of the day, what I'm about. You know what I say. You know what I think, and those are true people who actually want to stick around and say, you know what, Carlos he always been cool. He's always been down. He's never treated anybody horrible, which I've never have. I don't treat anybody horrible. I always treat people like people. That's what I do. I don't care about, and that's the thing about me. I do not care about if you're disabled, if you your identity, what you identify as or your sexual. I don't care about all that. I just care about how good of a person are you. That's all I care about because I feel like to me, when it comes to um, your sexuality and all that type of stuff that's going on, I feel like don't do yourself a disservice by making yourself just your sexuality. That's all you are. I think that's a disservice to yourself as a person, as a personality. What's your personality like? Or do you like different things? What's going on? I want to know about that stuff. I don't like when people make their sexuality dim and that's all that they have to offer. So you got so much more to offer. You're not just your sexuality. You're not just your gender identity. You're more than that, and that's what I bring to my podcast. We don't do that. We want to make sure that you know that. Listen, you're much more than all that stuff. I don't want you to ever think that. Oh well, it's because I'm just I'm trans, I'm this and I'm that, and that's just me. No, you're more than that. Your personality, your skills, your quality, all these different things that comes into the game that makes you the person you are. Those are the things I want to hear about. You know, you don't want to do yourself a disservice because there's companies out here today that are checking box. Oh, I need to get this specific person because they're this specific person. Not, oh, I need to hire them because of, hey, they got great skills. They are a wonderful person. They're great to work with. They're like awesome all around. They're not doing that now. Now they're trying to disrespect you guys as to put you in a box. Oh, I just need to check him off that I got somebody like that just to say I got him, not knowing if you got a great skill or not. So I think that's disingenuous, and that's not real inclusivity. Real inclusivity is togetherness. We all can chill, we can laugh and talk and do whatever we do, and ain't nobody's crazy. Nobody's acting crazy. Nobody's doing their thing. Everybody's just having a good time. You can be in a crowd with multiple different people of different colors, shades, cultures, and sexuality, all that stuff. You can be around a whole bunch of people like that and just be chill. Hey, you are MVP. That's the way it is. Because that's the real world. When you step outside, everybody's cooling, everybody's chilling, everybody's doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? I can strike up a conversation with anybody. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care what you identify, none of that stuff. That doesn't matter. I just care about you as a person. Who are you? What's your personality? Are you a gamer? Do you like all these different things? What's your hobbies? I care about all those things. So I just wanted that's something I just definitely wanted to clear the air up about, so that way people who are new can get the idea of what I'm about.
You bring up a good thing, and I
And what we
want
stand
to
for
touch
here.
base on something.
So
since I'm your new co-host, I just want them to know.
Put my 2 cents on
either.
That. What about
I
you?
care about is your actions.
Is there any last words
if you
on
guys
that?
Are gonna treat people like shit and be this way towards others, then I have no respect for you. I don't appreciate it. I don't care what. As when you start to disrespect people, that's where I draw the line. So that's all my thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, I agree with you, man. Definitely. Wholeheartedly, yeah. So I definitely wanted to definitely speak my mind about that, because I think that's definitely important going forward, so that way people already know the deal. You already know what I'm about, so nobody can ever say, "Hey, he's this and that." No, because you already heard it from me first. It's always going to be up. This episode will be up, so that way you can go back and listen to it for yourself. I'm always going to put the receipts, so that nobody can ever accuse me or none of my co-hosts or guests of anything going forward. But for those of you guys that are hanging in clouds and you want to know what happened to the co-host that we had, she is gone. She's no longer coming back here on the show. So it's a starter. It's a new fresh. We're doing things the way we need to do things, just to make sure that everyone's feeling welcome here. And listen, and like I said again, if you're a sensitive Samuel or you're sensitive, you listen. You're gonna have to take some time to reflect. Say, you know what? Why am I always getting so emotional, uptight about what somebody says? When you start thinking about that, you're like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like, why am I setting myself up for failure? Why am I upset about what somebody's saying? People gonna always say what they want to say and how they're gonna say it. That's just the way it is. At the end of the day, so that's why I tell people, don't get upset about that. People, we have to understand certain people, and then some people from different cultures. There's some people with different cultures who they don't accept that stuff, So we can't really get mad at other people for that's how they live. That's their, that's the way they live. So it's like I can't get mad at you. That's your culture. This is things that that happens in your culture. It's understandable. Everybody doesn't think the same. Everybody don't have the same mindset. So it's always something that you want to always keep in mind when it comes to that. Now, it still doesn't give people a right to be shitholes, of course. We understand that sincerely. So that's in that case, just always try to relax. What I always say, relax, take it easy, and you don't have to be upset about certain things. So that being said, guys, time to get back into the world of Destiny. So it's been a long time coming. We haven't talked about Destiny in a while. I know we've done a lot of things. We had All Things Gaming. I know a lot of you guys really loved All Things Gaming Return. We did a lot of really great shows with that. Always a success. I'm glad that we finally brought it back. It's so fun doing that and getting a chance to talk with everybody about all things gaming, different gaming things. Of course, we had the summer games that came out this week. Was a really great show. I think to me it was pretty good. They did a really good job this year. Jeff Keighley did a really great job hosting the show. It was pretty good. We saw a lot of really great titles coming in, and we still got more. We still got the Xbox showcase coming, so we're definitely going to do another All Things Gaming next week. So definitely stay tuned to that. So that being said, time to get back to some Destiny. So
this is week
I definitely want to say welcome to the Season of the Deep. We're finally here. I guess we've been, what is it, like 3 weeks in? So I think it's about 3 weeks in. Yeah.
Ooh,
3 weeks in,
I'm
the story's kicking up.
really enjoying it. The new season.
So I definitely want to ask you, Storm. How are you feeling about
game
the whole
the
season so far? From what you've gotten a chance to at least play,
it looks amazing. Of course, we're back on Titan. The salvage missions seem a lot of repeatable. It's like very repeatable. I can feel it. You don't really want to run salvage so much compared to anything, but we also got the other seasonal activity deep dive, and oh god, that is just amazing. I love in each deep dive you can increase the challenges on the level of difficulty. And that just feels so fun because it's a lot harder. I was playing it a little bit at reset with some friends of mine, and it just I loved it so much. And it definitely ups to ante. There is some stuff I feel like the season is a little thing on. Definitely another reused boss, but at this point it's become another meme. Kolgoroth is the renamed boss. He's back. I think in lore and in game we have beaten him more time than Tanix.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I kind of liked how in one of the new story missions, it actually it said something.
Yeah,
I don't really want to give spoilers if you guys haven't played it, but definitely listen to the final boss dialogue during the final boss fight, because it's became really interesting. The new dungeon was fun, and it's very hard. You got to handle. This is a really hard dungeon compared to all the dungeons. It's very, very hard. Like I was doing it Friday, a little bit before Friday it released. I got to first encounter in 2.5 hours after it released, And granted, I was only supposed to be on for
Absolutely.
2.5 hours because I had to go. I was leaving out of town for the weekend. So it took us some time to do. I think the entire run
Yeah.
from beginning to end was 4 hours, 8 minutes, and 24 seconds, start to finish. It was hard, but I
Yeah, it's
enjoyed the
not easy.
difficulty. The difficulty is the best thing. I know over the years we complain about activities as being so easy, but to
Wow,
feel
that's
that
crazy.
challenges was really, really enjoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Me too. Welcome in, Luanis. I hope I got your name right. Appreciate you for joining in. He says, hey y'all. And he said, dungeon equals raid boss. Got me like, yeah, definitely. I definitely agree with you on that one. Yeah, it's tough. He feels like the whole dungeon definitely feels kind of like a raid, more so than all the other ones. It has that raid type feel to it where it's like, oh man, there's so many mechanics that you're doing, especially the first boss. Oh my god.
Yeah,
This dude moves so fast that I
that
was like,
Titan is
yo,
just
this dude is
shield bash,
quick.
just
Like you
throwing the
have
shield
to make
bash.
sure you take out his
Underwater,
shield
for
so
me, I
fast
usually handle down
or he's
underneath. The
gonna
first
just
mechanic I
keep
usually go
popping his
down
supers on
underwater.
you. Like it's
And
crazy.
you cannot let him hit you. If he hits you, you're dead.
Yeah.
Unless you are right in the center. I cannot I cannot say how many times I was
Mm-hmm.
killed by his down there. And
Right.
this is the other thing. I really enjoy
Oh my
the
god.
feel, but also the area. It looked the images and everything
Mm-hmm.
looked amazing. And I like how they kind of did the final boss arena with you know who. I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil it in case people haven't played it yet, but oh god, looked amazing.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. The whole they really did a really good job with I definitely gotta applaud them for that. Whoever the team was that really worked on the dungeon and even the season activities, they did a really good job, really, because back then, like when we went on Titan, let's be real, Titan was kind of boring, you know what I'm saying? It's just like,
Yeah,
okay, we're here in this little tight area, it's all right. But them bringing it back
they
and the
only
way they
use
did it
that
was really
twice
nice. And especially you remember
in that
that
area
little
that we
the
were in.
forest
It's
area.
not the
It
same
was
area,
really
but they
cool
only
that they
used
said
it
we're gonna
for
set the
Strike,
dungeon over there.
Sabathun's
And
song,
I was like, yo, man, this is
and
crazy.
the
We
mission
finally
during the
getting back
Red
to
War
this.
where you drove a
It's just amazing.
tank through all the hive gunk. Yeah, I think you can
Mm-hmm.
still see part of where Sabathun's strike still takes place in the general idea.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Yeah, you can see some of it. You definitely can see it. You can see a little bit of it. It's pretty cool, man. I really love the underwater aesthetic. It really brings something different. I feel like this whole season, as we're seeing it, has brought something different to all of it. A destiny that we haven't really done before, and I think that's something that really keeps the game fresh. Having, especially with the water mechanics, being able to go to underwater, get into the bubbles to try to keep yourself alive.
yeah,
Just going deep down in there. I mean, the aesthetic looked amazing. They did such a great job with that, man. That's a chef kiss to me. That was like, yes, mwah, you guys did a really good
yeah.
job with that. And
I
I
can't
was
wait to
like,
see how
man,
they progress the
this is what I want to
storyline.
see going forward when the season. Do
And
something
so
unique
in
that you haven't
lore that
never done. Get out of
we
the
got the
same
season of
the same
how
kind of shell. that we've been under.
This is what,
I really like to
based
see
off of what
the
I've heard
different
from the
ways
lore
of doing new
and some
mechanics,
stuff,
doing
but
different
people have
things.
been speculating that
I'm
Asa is a
happy. I'm a happy
Leviathan
camper when it comes to
or a
Destiny right now.
proto-worm prior to the transformation of the worm gods.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? The proto-worm?
Yes, it's actually true. Yeah. So seeing that lore, yeah, she is a proto. She is a proto worm god.
Ran.
So basically, how the lore is basically this. So basically, she was from Fundament. She and her people was from Fundament. Um, and what happened is the witness basically corrupted them, gave them a lot of sweet nothings, talked them into it, and they got tricked just along with the hive. So they was the first to be taken advantage of by the witness and changed. And Asa didn't accept that, and she kind of got away from that, because she saw what the witness was doing to her own kind. So
Trying to help us.
she pretty much fled Fundament. So somehow she's able to warp between worlds, which is pretty decent, pretty cool. And she kind of, I guess she's kind of like the last of her kind right now of the proto version. So what also looks like is what the worm gods was supposed to look like. And Saita, which was the big one, the mother of the worm gods, she was the big taking prize. So yeah, it's crazy. We finally got a worm god on our side that's actually supposed to be, yeah.
There's one
So
other thing that I kind
that's
of
pretty
was
interesting.
thinking
I was
about
like,
this season.
oh, okay.
Salone being
That's
partially
nice to know we
taken.
finally got somebody who is on our team.
Over the last, that
But
last
you know
few weeks,
something?
it's been
That would
taking a
be,
toll
I
on
was
her.
thinking about this too. I was
I'm
like, okay,
maybe
we got
predicting
Asa,
that she
right?
turned so long.
So I don't
And
know what they're going to
this
do with
season,
Sabathun
yeah,
going forward. My
I
guess is
remember
we
playing
probably
it, but
going to
I
end up
never
reviving her
thought
at
she was
some
a
point
guardian. I just only thought she was a
down the line.
regular
But it would be
this
great to have
season.
an interaction knowing that, we still got a proto hive, proto worm god,
Yeah.
and you got Sabathun as well in the mix. So it's like, oh, that makes sense. You know. Mm-hmm.
Witness.
That corruption. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, she's probably remembering back in D1 we had a mission to choose either. Yeah, I'd rather save him as an ally.
Yep. She is a guardian in the flesh. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. And I love her character. I love her character development. Her really seeing what has been going on since she been gone. There's been a lot of things that has happened
Shadow Legion.
since she's been gone. Yeah. Kaido, all of that was happening, the fallen being allies, all of these different things, so she's like taken back. She's like, what in the world has happened since I've been gone? Look
Her
at all these
voice.
things
Yeah,
going, and
there's another thing.
look at
Her voice
Saladin.
lines.
You're with
The
you're with the
voice lines for
cabal. Like,
this is
what?
just
You're a Valis?
the
Like,
right
what
build
happened?
up.
What did I
I
miss?
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might be impossible to defeat.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm glad we saved her. Yep. Because look at where we at now. You know, he's been helping us out. You know, the House of Light. He forged the House of Light, and you know, we're in a great spot now when it comes to the Elixir being on our side, the Cabal Ascendancy. You know, the Woken is doing really good. You know, Marisol is helping out with that. We got a nice of course we got the Cloud Striders. We got a nice little team. You know. But right now I think it's hard for the Cloud Striders to really help because they got to protect the city. You know, because the war is still going on with the
because we were touching on
with the Shadow Legion and everything. So it's just like they can only do but so much. That's why I guess Nimbus and Osiris trying to figure out that veil, what's really going on. And it's really cool that you know, we're getting what's going on with the veil missions and what's happening with that, and then also know what's going on with Saida at the same time, and Zebo Wrath.
Touch on that because we're talking about the.
It's a lot
he
going
looks
on.
Completely
it's very
different from how he looked back in the day. Ace, I want to know: do we die or something, or how does he get his Ace of Spades back? Because
yeah.
present and future all at once.
She's very formidable. So that's for sure.
That the witness went through.
No, she's
outside of like.
It's going to be interesting to see how we are able to defeat her.
Because it wasn't just
you know, maybe we have to
his future.
I think it's crazy because it's my thoughts is this. This is my speculations. I don't know if it's going to be true or not, but my speculation is this. I think we're gonna revive Sabathun, and she's gonna be able to handle her.
What about Ikora?
Because she can handle her sister. She knows what to do. We don't. We're kind of at a crossroads. We had to sacrifice our own war mind just to kind of be free, break hold from and then what she could have done, even if we would have kept him alive.
Piece is no longer paid.
She still would have won. So it's like, okay, we're just gonna get rid of him.
If anything's like it, they probably made $5.3 million.
We had to do
because
we had
you're
to
looking
do
at
in order to save
all
the city.
Beyond Light, you got Witch Queen, and you got the $100 of Lightfall.
And then of course we got Aramis. We don't know what Aramis is
I'm going to be
planning.
Getting another collect.
We don't know what side she's going to switch on. We literally don't know what's going to happen.
In a box for safekeeping, and I can't find it.
You know, that's a whole nother.
But granted, I don't have enough room behind me to put them all up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Said something about the showcase. I can't remember on top of my mind.
Oh yeah, me too. And that's another thing. It's just like, whoa.
So I'm kind of disappointed. Like, wouldn't you still keep maybe part of
here
the team to work on?
This is happening. Like, how did Kate come back? Since when? You know, it's like now we're gonna be like, okay, so something's supposed to be happening. You know, whatever season is going to be, something is going to be unfolding for him to be back.
What's the word?
You know, we don't know what's about to happen.
Just care about.
You know.
To abandon the PlayStation, all of them.
Me too.
Wrath of the Machine. So I'm hoping they do something for after the final shape and do it for the new song.
Yeah.
Kind of what I've been feeling like lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the only thing that we do know is when the season first started, right? Jinxer, I think that's his name. That tried to fly in the portal and died. Apparently in the lore, he saw exactly his whole past life. And remember, Guardians don't remember their past life, but it seems like what the veil it shows you it's basically the darkness. It's the darkness. The veil is the darkness, kind of basically what from what we're seeing. So with that, it shows you the past. So mm-hmm. Space and time or something. Yeah, like you're not gonna make it, buddy. It's like wow, it's crazy. It. Oh no, man, definitely, definitely. Yeah, if I'm misinformed about something, you let them know. But yeah, yeah, and that's the thing. It's like some type of space and time, type deal is going on with that whole thing. It's just like what in the world. So I wonder if we go through there, what will we see? What will she see? Mm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's like, what has happened to you, buddy? Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You got they're gonna be making a killing for sure. You're gonna have to do a whole video showcasing all your collector's editions you've gotten so far. Hmm. Wow, that's crazy. That's pretty cool. True, true. You be like, I'm gonna need me a, a type of drawer or something that'll kind of help you out with that one. But that's pretty. That's yeah. Just a lot of really great things coming, and I believe the actual thing is gonna be at Gamescom. They're gonna do a little showcase of Final Shape, August the 23rd, I believe, which is also the kickoff of the new season. Mm-hmm. We don't. Yep, they did say that. They're going to show us what's coming next after the Final Shape. I'm definitely excited to see what's going to be happening. think it's going to be pretty cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, especially with them doing what they're doing, and then they're working on Matter. I'm in Marathon as well. They're doing a lot with that as well. So, you know, they got their hands full right now. So they're trying to catch up, making sure everything is good, and making sure things are going really well for the most part. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing that I was just like, yeah, Bungie, that is not good. So that's mean we're not getting much love when it comes to PvP is what I guess they're essentially saying. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. My thing is this. I think with this is just my guess. I'm not sure if they're gonna do this or not, but I'm thinking what they might end up doing is after the final shape, go ahead and getting rid of that old engine that they got and replace it with an updated engine. So that way, when the next expansion come out of the new saga, it's gonna be something, you know, it's gonna be optimized. It's gonna be on the up and up because right now it's the engine suffering. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I definitely agree. When it comes to that, it's like it's time to go ahead and get rid of that. It's been a long time coming, and you know, it's about time. It really is. They've been holding on to that bad boy for too long. Things have changed, so it's just like, okay, y'all, when we gonna make some moves to change up the game. So it's one of those things that I hope they're thinking about, and they're well, maybe probably working on it. We're gonna find out, especially once that showcase come out, because you know when they do that old the whole Vidoc type deal, they usually talk something about the engine, just like they did before Lightfall came out. They was talking a little bit about the engine, things that they're doing, the things that upgraded. where they're not sunset planets and stuff like that. So I hope they do address that, because that's a major concern going forward across the board. And that's one of many major concerns, I would say. That's people think about for sure. So yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what they have to say, and what's going on with them. So there's been a lot of things, like you said, there's been a lot of fixes, there's been a lot of things that have been going on. I don't know if you got a chance to read the TWAB. So well, I can't say TWAB no more. Twid. That's so sad. That's like, oh, they sunset the old TWAB. Man, I'm gonna miss that. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah. And that'll be just a whole bunch of mess trying to do that. So I understand it. I understand the reasoning behind it. I was just like, man, why did they have to do that? But I understand it. Marathon is their new hype game, and they want the separation between the two. Um, so that way, for marathon players, they're gonna be like, hey, this week in marathon, this week at Bungie. So that way, you'll be able to switch with a bow. Me personally, I'm definitely gonna be playing marathon as well. I will be captured. We'll be covering that as well to see how that jump off is. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, we'll see. If it's most likely, it might be like $60 or something like that. I think it's probably gonna be around that. The whole little $60. Hey, get your $60. It's the game. Da da da. Yeah, so I was thinking it's probably gonna be around that, like a regular game that you would buy. You know. So I was just like, hey, I'm down for that. I'm looking forward to it for sure. But that being said, I guess we'll just do a little quick rundown of the TWAB real quick. All right. So this week in Destiny, I should say. So, of course, as we know, everybody's been having a good time with Ghost of the Deep. I know I have. And I actually managed to get the exotic the first run. Let's go, me. You know. Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's definitely fantastic. I love the gun. It feels really good. Definitely. Let's see. Of course, the Bungie rewards got new dungeon merch theme. They've got that. Did you get your marathon emblem, guys? Of course, your prime rewards, and of course, they rebranded the 12. If you haven't heard about it, now it's called Twid this week in Destiny. The reason why they did that is just because of of course, marathon is coming, and they don't want to have a mix and match or jam up between by saying this week at Bungie and this marathon stuff. It's like, okay, we can't do that. So I understand the reason behind them doing this. It's very evident. So yeah, I'm fine with that. It's the way it's got to be. So that being said, let's see here what we got. So they rebranded. They said put your best dress. Of course, the best dressed competition is coming as well. So definitely look out for that. They're gonna be doing a lot of the pieces of armor and drops and seeing your drips out there. So definitely it's gonna be, you have until June 15th to look great and put your hashtag drowning the drip to see if you get picked for the magazine. So Yeah, stay tuned for that, y'all. Make sure you getting out there. I might put a little something out there. I got a little something that my guard is looking pretty smooth. So, stay tuned. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always styling and wilding. Y'all already know how I get down. Let's see. Of course, Supremacy enters the relentless rotator. So of course, Supremacy was doing guarding games, everybody know. That's finally being added in the rotator. Crucial next week. So if you want to get in some Supremacy, it'll be next week, y'all. So and also, you might even get that renewed Randy's throwing knife scout rifle that Shax has brought back into the pool. So it's in the loot pool, guys. So keep an eye out for it. Also, Randy's throwing knife is coming back. So, they was talking about you owe Callie an apology. So this is what they say. So it says, people, we need to talk why. What did she ever do to you? What's your problem with murderous taking Techians? We know the Supremacy got rewind rounds. The Techian Force has a sick PvP role, and the reconstruction and bait and switch make Apex Predator a top tier option for DPS. But that's no reason to put Callie into such a situation. So a lot of you stepped into the every plate to get double rewards, while others just curse their aim over how many golden gun or sleeper stimulus shots they missed. Either way, the outcome would be the same. A lot of good loot. No wonder players spent 2.17 million hours in the Last Wish raid during this week of Season of the Deep. That's not only more than 247 years of playtime, but also the single highest week of total hours ever engaging in the activity. Even bigger than the Last Wish launch week back in 2018. Wow, that's crazy. So yeah. Have you got a chance to go into the Last Wish and tell me about it? Oh man, I'm telling you, those weapons in there are phenomenal. I'm telling you, they've done a really good job with a lot of the guard roles. People can't stop playing it. It's so good. The roles and stuff is amazing. You know that they've changed all that. It's just they knocked it out of the park. I'm a happy camp. I went in there a couple of times. I've gotten some crazy roles. I'm just like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes, you definitely got to go in Last Wish. Like the guns is amazing. All of the guns are crazy. Great rolls, great everything. They really did a really good job with that, for sure. Let's see here. So they got some fixes that's coming, guys. So it'll be starting Tuesday. So keep an eye out for that. So, so they fixed a few exotics as well. The Vesper Radius, which it won't have such explosive behavior with certain weapons anymore. Some brushes will have their increased duration of solar grenades restored. And after Silent had a very long conversation with Kepris the Horn, the strange interactions that the Titan helm allowed have been fixed. So it is also been re-enabled. I know you guys are happy about that. Let's see. So finally, the name of a few fixes coming. So we also have one issue that allows certain grenades to go through barricades and wards of dawn. We are toned down the new collective action perk in PvP to 10% damage buff instead of 20%, and we are giving the new Miracle Overreach competitive sniper rifle a bigger reticle when scoping, so it's easier to use. The rest of the patches will be available on June 13th. So yeah, so there's things about the Trials emblem and stuff like that. You guys can definitely do your due diligence and read those things. And advanced focusing due to an issue causing exotic focusing to not grant intended rewards. We have temporarily disabled advanced decryption focusing. Precision decryption focusing will continue to be available investigating. So same thing with the Eververse. Some UI pricing elements. Eververse will be disabled with the release of 7.1.0.2. Note that the displayed price is the correct one. So yeah, we got a lot of things with the known issues right now due to the Capricorn, which they actually talked about, which is being fixed. Tuesday you'll be able to put it back on. Helm of Saint 14 decided Helm is not functioning as expected. Players can get stuck outside of the final boss arena after self-reviving in the ghost of the deep dungeon. Spinning salvage keys after a salvage activity is not providing progress towards the spin salvage keys triumph. Instead, progressing the spin deep dive keys triumph. The bump and the night weapon pattern triumph requires the season 17 season pass. The standard fare bounty does not gain progress on kinetic weapons kills. The Warlock Courier long coat chest ornament has a gap beneath the right arm. The Verity's bow perk, the fourth magic, is not functioning correctly in PvP. And the new specific epitaph grenade launcher is doing less damage than intended to stasis crystals. Okay. And there was some known issues, guys. So that was the TWAB for today. So what do you think about it? What do you think about the TWAB? Anything stood out to you, Art? Oh yeah, man. It's the new thing. Everyone's on it. It's so good, man. The rewards are fantastic. Having a good time. I've been having a good time in there too. It's definitely rewarding. You definitely got to jump in there, man. For all you guys listening, if you haven't jumped in there, man, what y'all doing, man? Get your behinds in there, because man, I'm telling you, those weapons are nice. You know, with the new perks and everything on it. Definitely worth the shots. Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yep. Lou Lannis said, I help. He said he wants to help. If you want to help, make sure you follow Arkstorm. You know, if you want to jump in there with him, he'll be jumping in there. So definitely follow him. Arkstorm. If you want to put that on the chat as well, Arkstorm, so people can follow you, I'll pin it. That definitely works. Appreciate you hanging with us too, Lananis. All right. You put that in there, and I will put that in there. Let's see here. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was a light 12 today. Like I said, they're working hard to get a lot of things going on, get everything worked on. They're doing a lot of really good things. So, yes, we do know a lot of the things that they definitely need to still work on. So always keep in mind, y'all, they're doing the best they can. Sometimes it can be tough because you want them to go faster on certain things, and all that great stuff. But they're doing what they're doing to try to make sure things are going well. So the best thing is just hold on tight and keep trying to support them, and always make sure that you press them when it comes to certain things that needs to be fixed. Because they are listening to certain things. Some things they kind of off with, but a lot of things they're trying to listen and really get it worked out. So I definitely want to let y'all know that for sure as a disclaimer. What's going on, darling? Labita in the house. She's great. She is one of my fire team. She's part of my fire team and the lady of the Lord. So I'm glad you finally made it today. It's awesome that you're here. And she's actually great. She's great with teaching things and doing what she does best with carrying. I'm glad you're here. I appreciate you. As always. So yeah, it's definitely awesome. So my man, Arcstorm, how did you feel about being on the show tonight? Absolutely. Hey, we all about having fun here, man, and having a good time. And trust me, I'm getting back onto the whole getting a whole bunch of guests back on. I'm feeling the heat again, so I'm about to start grinding. So you're gonna rather see panels and stuff like that come back to the show again. We always had a good time when it comes to the panels, having different people, whether it's the lore panel, the PvP panel, you name it. We always have a good time doing it. Oh yeah, Arsenal is pretty cool. Definitely follow him. He's a solid guy for sure. Very official. Love working with the guy. He is phenomenal. So definitely give him a like and tell him I sent you. But yeah, so I definitely before we go, I always like to do something fun. So I always like to give the chat something fun, a fun video that kind of close out. So one of my guys that I love to watch, Mighty Keith. So I'm gonna go with the funny one. It's hilarious. So we about to go ahead and watch this right now.
I am Mighty Keith.
Relax, bro. It's been like 20 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. They haven't shown anything. I'm just getting a bunch of indies or small studios. What the hell is this phone game? Twitter's saying it's Splatoon, but for straight people. How many more than just straight people Splatoon? All right, where's the first party studios at? Huh? Where's Wolverine? Huh? Where's Naughty Dog? What are they doing? Naughty Dog? Bro, they still trying to fix the PC port The Last of Us. The graphical error is really that bad? The graphical issues make Joel look like the type of dude that would walk up to women and say, "Where's my hug at?" I say it ain't so, man. Makes him look like one of those people that sit on public toilet seats, just bare booty ass. No, don't tell me that. The graphical issues disrespected Joel more than Abby did. Oh, boy, we're going to get some dislikes for that. Yeah, but anyways, look, we got Final Fantasy 16 coming out in a few weeks, right? Designed by pretty much the entire GOAT team of Final Fantasy. All right, PlayStation eating good, bro. We'll be all right. What do we have down the line, man? They're not showing me any exclusives. What do you mean? Look at Phantom Blade Zero, bro. It looks good. Bro, that game was supposed to be Bloodborne 2. Why would you think that? Why would they're not even the same developer? Because I'm angry and I'm irrational. Shut the hell up, man. Look, there's a snake fighting a crocodile. Bro, I don't care about a snake and a crocodile fighting, bro. You understand the only snake that we recognize in this house is Solid. I'm not actually witnessing this right now in real life, bro. This is a dream, bro. Peak actually coming back? How they do this?
Get on back.
Ain't no way,
I love
bro.
the showcase.
Ain't no way. Ain't
I
no
love
way.
it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But I do wish it was an exclusive, man. I don't want Xbox people to play this game. Bro, come on. I've had this PS5 for 3 years, man. I want better exclusives. I want more exclusives. I want to be like that guy. And that's why we the best. Because y'all can't play Bayonetta 3, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Y'all play Tears of the Kingdom? Huh? Super Smash Brothers? Can y'all play that? Not legally, but yes. Everyone shut the hell up. They're about to announce the last game. I mean, at this point, who cares, man? Like, the only thing that could really save this for me is...
What made boy told it? Born in life, I know it.
We're going to get Spider-Man gameplay. There's a God. There's a God and he exists. I see him right here. I see him visually with my eyes. He exists. He's in the symbiote suit. He's doing some crazy moves. It's so dramatic. It's so cinematic. It's so choreography-matic. And it's not even a real word about it. Spider-Man has no Zelda, Link, or Ganondorf. Hard pass. How are they able to load all these assets so fast and in a smooth 60 FPS? 60 FPS, high-resolution games are overrated anyway. I'll take my leave. I'm pretty sure all those people are dead. Peter just killed all of them. 12 minutes of good, gracious goodness. Nigga, can hair glide through this hit? Game of the year. Gameplay, the graphic, story, the characters, they all look immaculate so far. Xbox not gonna like this. By the way, where is Xbox?
Position, and I see it out there. I see commentary that if you just build great games, everything would turn around. It's just not true that if we go off and build great games, all of a sudden you're going to see console share shift in some dramatic way.
Wait, bro, don't do it. I know things are hard right now. You guys are kind of in last place, kind of been that way for a while. And I know that you guys just released your first ever true exclusive $70 Xbox game and ended up being a total shit show. I'm talking about dog water, dookie nuts. It was so bad that I kind of wanted to jump myself just for playing it. But that's not really the point of all this. The point is there's so much more to live for, like playing Tears of the Kingdom. How does that help me at all? It doesn't. I just love bringing up the fact that you all can't play Tears of the Kingdom now, can you? Not legally, but yes. Or that.
Not legally, but yes. Oh man, you got. I love Mighty Key, man. He hilarious. I love what. I can't wait till he had one with the Xbox showcase coming up. That's gonna be hilarious. And the Xbox showcase is definitely tomorrow, so can't wait to see what they got, what's going on with the Xbox, and see if they're able to pull it off. And can they be the best showcase this summer? We shall see, for sure. But also, so Art, now we have the final segment. Is the floor is yours, and you say it's basically just tell us what you got coming up next on your show and things going on. So without further ado, the floor is yours, sir. Awesome, man. It's pretty cool. Yeah, can't wait to see what you got going on your end. And also, guys, we're also gonna have another show next week. We got some things cooking. Especially I know everybody wants to see the All Things Gaming the following Saturday. I know next Saturday we're gonna have a special guest on the show. The guy is solid, so it's gonna be a good time. So that being said, Neo X90 showing up. He said, "Sup, what's going on, man? Yeah, you might have caught it at the end, but hey, I'm still glad that you're here, man. I appreciate you for always supporting and doing what you do. If you guys haven't followed Neo X90, he's a solid guy. Definitely go ahead and give him a follow, man. He's really cool. He always supporting and doing what he does best, man. Whether it's him knocking out some Super Smash Brothers or whatever it is, he's definitely down for the case, man. Always salute you, always being here for the show. And so definitely can't wait to see what you're going to be doing. We got a lot of things coming down the pipeline. We also got a special guest that we're working on getting for the All Things Gaming. You guys really gonna love that. We're gonna be talking about the showcase, all this type of things that's been going on. So yeah, it's gonna be a really good show coming up. So definitely stay tuned, because I know everyone loves about All Things Gaming. Everybody loves Destiny Day. So I got some things coming up. We're finally back doing what we're doing best, and I always encourage all of my listeners, tell a friend. You know, if you know people who love listening to gaming podcasts or this, but go ahead and tell them about the Last City Radio podcast. We're always down. We're always doing what we do best, and we always trying to make sure that, you know, everyone is having a good time and be a part of the discussions that we always discuss here on the show. Like I said, whether it's your Destiny or, you know, variety games, we're always down to give you the biz on those things. So definitely, if you haven't already, I'm going to go ahead and post that in the chat. So that way you guys, if you guys want to listen to the audio versions of the show, boom, go right here on it. And that way it'll bring you to the Last City Radio. So that being said, y'all, it's definitely been a pleasure, and I hope you guys go ahead and get into the game tonight. Play some games, jump in the Ghost of the Deep dungeon, or, you know, play some trials. Whatever you want to do, man. Have a good night, man. Enjoy yourself, and don't sweat too hard. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. But appreciate you, Ark, and we will see you next week. And appreciate all of you guys, and we will see you guys later. Have a wonderful night, and we out.